like I always say, there's always setback. When it comes to marathon, when it comes to league, I'm a Barca fan. I've seen us, experience setback at the depth of the season, and we still go on to win the league. Now the point is, how are they going to, to respond to this loss? It depends on how they respond. Trust me, if they respond well, I feel that they are still on track because I still believe Man City will draw points. I feel Liverpool, they are even the one that Liverpool might even finish fourth because the way it is going, they have three consecutive away games. Liverpool's next 4 games is away from home, bro. Away from home. So that's not the best fixture they want to have now. Trust me, Arsenal are still very much in line to win Premier League this season.
All right, just 1 week ago, Arsenal were sitting comfortably, cruising at the top of the table. Remember that tree story, right? Elephants sitting on top of the tree. Now it's on its way crumbling.
But Liverpool lost as well, no?
We are talking Arsenal.
No, Liverpool lost.
We are talking Arsenal.
It's a 3-horse race.
We know it is this 3-horse race. There are 2 big horses. But there's one big horse chasing at the front, thinking that it was going to lead us home. But reality has set in.
No, be you call an elephant now. It's not a horse again.
No, elephant on the tree, horse on the road. But fortunately, you combine horse and elephant together, still never reach the firepower of Man City. On that good note, you're welcome to another interesting edition.
It's not good note.
Yeah, I'm never sad. I can never be sad because of Arsenal story. If na Man U, it's gonna be sad. But Arsenal, well, my name is Farouk Adetola and welcome to the best sports show on planet Earth. Best of the best sports show with the best guys on planet as well. IBK, the defendant of Arsenal. Roy, a protagonist of Arsenal. Why Izu does not even care as far as they are both occupying London together. The bigger boys, they have won the Champions League twice and has a story to tell about that. Guys, how you doing?
No, we pass glory. London is blue.
London is what?
London is blue.
London is what?
Blue.
But London is.
Farouk, I don't need to say. Just go and look
London
at the
has
table.
been blue since
Go
2004.
Go and look at it. Go and look at the table.
What table?
This season, and I always say that.
IBK, let me ask you a quick question. IBK, a quick question. You are on top of the league from day one. In fact, Arsenal have always been that since the start of the Premier League because of their alphabetical order. But eventually,
but the league isn't over. I'm not saying it's over.
I'm not saying it's over.
You are trying to make jest of the fact that you are trying to make jest of the fact that Arsenal lost a game and that's the end of the road.
Is that the end of the road?
I don't think so because we've seen top managers as well, have maybe a setback at the business end of the season. And it will be shocking if it was only Arsenal. Wait.
I just want to paint this scenario.
Liverpool also lost.
Arsenal will still play Man U.
Yeah.
Arsenal will play Tottenham Hotspur.
It might actually be an easier game for them.
Arsenal will play against Chelsea.
It might actually be an easier game. We still
those 3 games.
We still said it here.
Arsenal cannot beat Aston Villa.
Farouk, that's what I'm telling you. Football.
If now, hold on. Now, IBK will say you're not respecting.
Please educate please.
Why was that?
Hold on. Now this is it. Teams like Arsenal, and I always have issues with them. It happened last season as well. They lost back-to-back games against Southampton,
West Ham,
Crystal Palace, West Ham,
even Nottingham Forest.
And that's why I don't like managers that they write off games that they should be winning. This game is also a game as important as Man United, as Chelsea, as Man City.
No, but
now let me tell you, they started that game against Aston Villa, and I told my brother, I said, they don't look like they are being patient. That's why I respect City a lot. Man City I would say that they are one of the most patient team in the world when they are looking for results. I remember when they almost lost that title against Aston Villa at the last day of the league.
Yeah.
If they had rushed it, bro, they would not equalize that game. But they were patient. They just knew that the opportunity would come. And I felt Arsenal, the way they attacked, they were panicking. I guess because Liverpool lost and City already on top of the table, so they were under pressure. And that's why I said that I don't like Arteta being under pressure because it looks as if Arteta is better chasing than being on top. And that's what Pep has mastered. Pep has mastered all everything. Whether he's on top, whether he's chasing, he has mastered. But I always say it again.
How long are we going to make excuses for
No,
Arteta
but
chasing?
for me,
I don't know why you are
I don't know why.
The same thing I am saying. The same thing Roy is about to say. I think the same thing that Izu will also say about Arsenal. That we all believe that their season is close to being over than them winning the league. As of last week, I felt Arsenal should win the needful. See, Aston Villa, any day, anytime, should not be beating Arsenal.
Don't forget,
when
Aston
you are
Villa
doing
is
a
also
running,
chasing top 4.
leave Aston Villa.
They are chasing top 4. You cannot leave them. They've got an ambition.
Aston Villa
They are
should not
chasing
stop
top 4 as well.
All this conversation we're having about Aston Villa is down to one man's choice. Now, Arteta opted for a formation that gave me a lot of problem in the first half of the season. This is a setup that has seen you drop 16 points this season. Mm-hmm. You've lost 4 times while you've played it. You've drawn 2 games. Mm-hmm. Now, you started 2024 like a house on fire with a different system of play, different player selection. We saw the more attacking side of Declan Rice. You know, Jorginho at the base of the midfield, Odegaard doing whatever he's doing on the side of the team. Now, it has worked for you. And I think the only time they've dropped points this year was against City, where we all know they decided, okay, look, we're not going to lose. A draw is fine for us. We should have played as well if they had won against Villa. But now going back to a system that saw you slip up towards December last year is very funny. I don't understand why a system has worked for you so far this year. We've seen you went to Brighton, who have not lost at home since August. You beat them 3-0. I think they put 6 past West Ham. Put 5 past Sheffield. You've been getting goals. Chances have been coming. Do you understand? And then you now go and fight Aston Villa with one hand behind your back on purpose. Honestly, I feel like that is the reason why, even if they end up nominating this season, or if their season end up ending because of this game against Aston Villa, I think it's Arteta's fault.
Roy, I remember quite well last season.
Yeah.
It was the similar story.
Exactly.
Things were going on well for Arsenal. Mm-hmm. Hey, brother, Jesus came back from injury and you put him right in. Harvard has been playing as false 9. It has been working. All of a sudden, over the weekend, he decided to bring Gabriel Jesus back to center and Harvard. Is it that he's pressing the panic button, or just like Abigail said, that Arteta cannot afford to be on the top of the table while chasing the league? Because if you want to win the league, the best place to be, the safest place to be, whether you have not done it before, or you have done it before, is to be at the top. In an experienced side in Leicester, we're top of the table from December, and they maintain it till the end of the season. Why is Arsenal's case different?
So first and foremost, you cannot compare the experience of Ranieri to a rookie like Arteta.
You know,
Arteta is a
Ranieri was.
You can't call Arteta a rookie.
Arteta is a
rookie.
5 years.
I think
No, wait.
5 years.
I think it's
5 years.
disrespectful.
When I
and
say
he's
a
still a
rookie,
rookie. Do you know-
excuse me.
disrespectful.
When I say
Do you know
hold
the
on,
name of-
hold on now.
Guys,
Hold on now.
Nine just
Do
winning
you know
the Bayern
the
Leverkusen,
name?
you know.
Hold
Do you
on
know
now.
the name
Let
of?
me say.
Wait.
I said.
Do you know the name of Ranieri until he won the league with Leicester?
What are you talking about? Ranieri has been with Chelsea.
He was called a nearly man.
No. Ranieri has been with Chelsea
Did he win
as
anything
far
there?
back as 2002.
Did
What
he
are we
win
talking
anything with
about?
Chelsea?
What I mean
He was
is,
always a nearly man from his time in Italy to England
when
until
I
he
said
won with Leicester.
Arteta is a rookie,
He's not a rookie.
I'm trying to compare him to the experience of Ranieri, coming from the fact that Ranieri has been in the system way before him. That was why I called him a rookie. So now that's settled. What I'm trying to say is, before you win the Premiership, we've said it time and again, you need a winner's mentality. There is a particular mentality you need to have to actually cross the line. And Arsenal, so far, they've not been able to show that they've got that mentality.
Wrong. I think
The reason why I said that. The reason why I said that. Hold on.
Do you know why?
Hold on, let me make my point. The reason I said that is this. It's very simple. This was the same thing that made you bottle the league last season. All right? Tweaking your formation at the 11th hour. You've got a particular system, just like my brother stated here. You've got a particular system that won you matches from the beginning of this season, beginning of this year. You've not lost a single match, with the exception of Man City that you drew. Now, you came at the 11th hour, in fact, Liverpool gave you the league on a platter. What did you do? You fumbled it. What does that show? It shows that you do not have the mindset, the maturity to actually tweak games in your favor. That is the masterclass of
what would
Man City.
what would you say about Liverpool as well? Because I think we are just being unfair to Arsenal. What would this? Because they are both title contenders.
Now, in the case of Liverpool,
Liverpool,
you asked the question. In the case of Liverpool,
IBK, let me go back. This second goal, Arsenal conceded. That is where
Is it the counter-attack?
Yeah, that's where the issue of inexperience comes in. The ball started from the middle of the center circle.
Yeah.
And you have a player that was running after him. If you had stopped that player, I'm very sure it would not be a penalty or red card. Because they were side by side. It wasn't as if it was clear on goal. And you have to allow a player that has scored 18 goals this season
Get into the box
and make a decision.
I think
Because while he was running for like 3 seconds,
Another funny thing is, look
I
at
think-
the player that was even marking
was-
one.
I think-
How is Smith Rowe the last man after
I
he
think-
just conceded
I
1-0?
think let me tell you so anybody can be last man depending on the
Position.
I think they just had a corner kick, so you really cannot blame them for that kind of thing. Normally, when you have corner kicks, your defenders have
But that last
higher
man-
chance of scoring from the corner because
they have
it's a normal
recycled
thing.
the ball after them.
This is what I'm saying. Smith Rowe is not a rookie player. Let me put it that way. He's played for Arsenal over and over again, and I think he could have done at least take anything for the team. I've seen this situation happen when Morata was through on goal against Madrid,
And Valverde,
and you know Ramos shouted. Morata said Ramos shouted from the back. He heard it that I should kill him. That guy is not. So there are some records that are worthy because in the end it was 86 minutes. You could have equalized. That's the truth.
and even go ahead to win.
And even go ahead to win. I felt that you escorting him down to allowing a striker, a potent striker, get into the box. You don't teach that. That's the time you don't always blame. You don't teach that. There are some things you don't teach a player. You are the last man. If you can't get the ball, get the player. Don't let him go through on goal. Because in the end, if I was the one, Baba, I would not drag him from that midfield because there won't be any pressure on the post again.
Post, yeah.
Because it's from the midfield, so you take your free kick from the midfield and we rebuild from it.
Yeah.
You get so in the end, I think Smith Rowe too has a lot of blame because I was running mental because how do you escort a player from the midfield, guy?
Look at here.
Just look at it. He escorted him from the mid. Farouk, see now. See from
And
the
now, side by side with him.
Just hold
Bring
him.
him down.
Just God.
That's not a clear-cut opportunity.
God. What was that?
Well, that's the story of
No,
Arsenal for you.
You see, again, IBK, you have returned to where experience counts. You understand? If you put it, okay, let's
Not an experienced player.
No,
You know how it is.
let's
You know,
juxtapose this.
do you know how many days he has played for Arsenal?
Let's
Me,
put
I'm
this.
still saying it.
Let's put this thing.
Somebody in that back line has a fault in this goal.
Absolutely.
Because they were trying to transition. It was not set piece.
No, it was.
Jorginho was trying. It was not set piece.
If
The setup. If you look
It
back,
was from set piece because
if
but
you
they
look
have
back,
recycled
there
the
is
ball.
no
The
way
ball has been recycled back to the midfield.
Farouk, let me tell you, there is no way you have all the players in their position
Arsenal were
please,
too
rewind.
big.
without it being set piece.
Please rewind.
Look at this come from
Look at the
set-
setup. It's not set piece.
It's not a set
It's not
piece.
set
It's not a
piece, no.
set piece.
Look at the defender.
How is
Look at-
Smith-Rowe? You've just conceded.
I think
You
Arsenal,
just conceded one goal. All of you want to rush and
has
go and
just
lose your
been
heads.
Arsenal. You know, you just said it. Be patient. Game is never lost in 86 minutes. You have 4 extra time, and 4 regular time, and also extra time. There can be as much as 7
Maybe
or
Chelsea
8.
put 2 daggers
But at
past
the end
Man
of the
U,
day-
which
I
they
think,
did
like I said, I went
extra time.
with this. I think Arteta panics a lot and he affects his players.
The question now. The question now, guys. The question now is:
Yeah.
can Arsenal, with their fixture ahead, Man U, I will call it again, Man U,
Tottenham.
Spurs, and Chelsea. These are big games, and they could go either ways.
All right.
Whether you are informed or you're not informed.
Two London derby.
Even if that, these are big teams. You can be informed and still lose that game because of the competitiveness.
Two big teams.
There is a
Can
bomb.
Arsenal still win the Premier League in spite of this,
A team that is just 2 points behind the top, the person topping the table. I think it's very
looking ahead of the fixture.
It will be whether the fixture or not. I said it last week. I said there's a reason Arsenal are on top of the table. They took 4 points off Man City. They took 4 points off Liverpool. To be honest, if they can do this, it's only like I always say, there's always setback when it comes to marathon, when it comes to league. I'm a Barca fan. I've seen us, experience setback at the depth of the season, and we still go on to win the league. Now the point is, how are they going to to respond to this loss? It depends on how they respond. Trust me, if they respond well, I feel that they are still on track because I still believe Man City will draw points. I feel Liverpool, they are even the one that Liverpool might even finish fourth because the way it is going, they have three consecutive away games. Liverpool's next 4 games is away from home, bro. Away from home. So that's not the best fixture they want to have now. Trust me, Arsenal are still very much in line to win Premier League this season.
I think
Okay, so for me,
quickly, can I start? Okay.
What I'm going to say is Abigail was saying Arteta likes to chase. Now the reason why I agree with that is we've seen club chase. To chase is not hard. Shebi, you are first. The problem with chasing now is whether or not I'm going to win the league is contingent on you slipping up.
Yeah.
And now we've known Man City. They've won the league down to the wire twice already. There was even one where they were already losing. People were already clapping for Coutinho and saying Liverpool agents after he scored the second goal against Man City. From nowhere, City turned it around. If you want to win the league, you cannot tell me as a manager you're afraid of being on top. Xabi Alonso has been on the top for a very long time. He did not say, because he don't want to be chasing, let him come down. So Tuchel will go up. He will not chase. Tuchel will not fuck up. He will not climb back. All those ones, I don't agree with it. Okay. You want to win the league, stay on top. Do your business. We've seen people come out and say, managers can quickly grab the mic and say, we have 14 games to go. These are going to be 14 finals. We're going to win all of them. It's talk. It's just cho. Go to the field and win those games. All these final. I don't know.
So right, quickly, let's wrap it up.
For me, I think the biggest mistake that happened over the weekend was allowing Man City to go top. We've seen it over and over again.
The moment it happened.
No, that's what I'm saying. That was the biggest mistake. That's the biggest mistake. For me, that's the biggest mistake. The moment you allow Man City to go top, they bring out this fire in them. There's this lion that roars in them. I can tell you, when you look at the remaining 6 fixtures, you will realize that they've got the easiest task. They've got the easiest. You understand? And on a scale of 1 to 10, I can tell you that 9 over 10, they'll win the remaining 6 matches left. Now, when you look at Arsenal remaining 6 fixtures, they've got 3 strong matches. The manner at which they navigate those 3 matches will determine if they will actually win the game. And the same is applicable with, or to Liverpool. If they are able to manage, they've got the Merseyside derby, Everton, they've got Tottenham to play as well. If they are able to navigate it positively, then they stand a chance. But at this point, before God and man, I think it is done and dusted.
Well, the word if will become very usable when you have City at the top of the table.
Of course.
That's how it is in England. City tops and you start saying if you do this, if you do that, or if City sleeps. And that ain't happened. Now let's leave the issue of City. Let's go to another contender in Liverpool. Honestly, I am still in shock how Liverpool conspired to lose that game. They had clear-cut chances, as in on a normal day. They could have won that game 6-1, 7-1. But God of football was just against them. As at 60-something minutes, the commentator was saying, these are games that you are never going to lose. Because you see clear-cut chances, and one way or the other, the ball refused to go into the net. Take away all defenders in that goal and the keeper. Liverpool won't still score against Crystal Palace at Anfield on that day. Now, the job of Liverpool is even very, very difficult. Let me come to you. Let me stay with you, Roy. Yes, away games, back to back. Difficult games against Spurs. And the team is still lean. And like he said, they play a brand of football that is not sustainable. Of
course, but I've said it as well. You understand? I said the brand of football Liverpool is playing beautiful, but it's not sustainable.
Why? I still don't understand.
No, the
Genge pressing.
Is it the game with it?
Is it Genge pressing?
No, not the Genge pressing. I really cannot. How do I put it? Like their midfield setting has not really been so fantastic. It has been on and off.
Chop and change.
You get it, you know. So I know that it will not take them so far with the whole injury they've got and blah 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 blah. Bringing in all those younger players, and I knew it wasn't good. It wasn't sustainable. So, but against Crystal Palace,
well, it was sustainable against Chelsea.
You know, against Crystal Palace, what I saw actually was just ill luck.
It was
just ill luck.
But from the story of saying quadruple, it's look as if they want to do one triple now because Europa League they cannot climb that mountain. they are out. As far as I'm concerned.
You
Only miracle
never
of
say
Istanbul.
never. Never say
Only
never.
miracle of Istanbul will happen again for them to overturn 3 goals deficit against a very good Italian Atlanta.
Yeah.
The Premier League, City at top.
No, but
We have to struggle to catch them.
we've seen it
FA
happen
Cup,
now several
United don't number
times.
my house. At the end of the day, I've said it before, I will say it again. Jurgen Klopp won over 9 in the Premier League. Is this how we are going to tell the story of Jurgen Klopp if he fails to win the Premier League?
I think it will be very unfair. Yeah, it will be very unfair because
That's the story.
now let me
Nice
give,
season, one Premier League.
Now let me give you an example. I remember when Ronaldo was in Spain. I remember when Ronaldo was in Spain when people were making claims that Ronaldo won only 2 leagues in 10 years. You know,
9 years.
it was in 9 years
Yeah, 9 years.
with Real Madrid and
5 Champions League.
that's what I'm saying. You can't because in the end, do you want to say Ronaldo was a failure in La Liga?
It's not possible.
It's not. I'm sure the number of points Klopp has amassed in the Premier League, I'm sure the only team that has more will be Man City.
Yeah.
I'm so sure.
Go and check it.
But that's the truth.
He's going to Man City.
I'm sure the only team that has more.
We'll check.
He has finished.
Farouk, he has finished. There was a season he had 98 points and he still lost the league.
Wait.
No, that what
He finished first once.
Yes.
He finished second just twice or 3 times.
3
Farouk,
times.
3 times.
3 times.
Farouk, go and check it.
We'll confirm.
He'll probably in Man City.
Go
I
and
don't
check
agree.
it.
I still feel it's not Man City.
But
So
I
it's
feel it's not
Chelsea.
No, I don't.
That's what I'm telling you. So in the end, it's just like Ronaldo too. Ronaldo scored a lot of goals, in the league in La Liga, but only won 2 leagues. So there are some cases that you have to take away the stats. You have to they say football is a high test. It's an high test, like
I
you
think
see.
Ronaldo won 3. I think he won 1 under.
No, he won only 2 leagues.
He won
Farouk.
under Ancelotti. Did he not win under Zidane?
He won only 2 leagues.
He won that Zidane too, I think.
It was 3, so I know.
Farouk, Ronaldo won only 2 leagues.
Did he not win under Zidane? The league?
Yes.
I've told you, he won only 2 leagues.
I'm asking you, answer me
I
too
don't
as well.
know, but he won only 2 leagues. No, you can go and check.
No, he
Bro,
won.
your phone is there. Check it. I know what I'm saying.
He won with Jose Mourinho.
Yeah.
He won with
Ancelotti.
That was.
What about
he
Zidane?
did. No, he has left.
He did double with Zidane. He won 3 back-to-back
What?
Champions League with Zidane.
Champions League,
and
right?
between that time, he won the league with Zidane as well.
Farouk, check it now. It's not.
I will confirm.
Just confirm it yourself. But my point is that in the end, you need to take away sentiment, and you can see that Klopp has been a fantastic success in England.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only reason why I think Klopp will not get all of these flowers as to winning trophies is because of Pep. Pep has been a thorn in that guy's flesh.
No, but
It makes no sense
But
that you
Excuse me,
finish
but Pep
a
said it-
league
but Pep
campaign
said it that
with
his
98 points.
Pep said in his
Just
his
once.
career, he's
Was Pep responsible for his performance last season when he finished 4th or 5th? No, he was not even 4th. 5th.
I'm talking about those very high years where he was.
It was just
Liverpool-
twice. It was just
Liverpool
once.
and Man City neck and neck.
It was just once.
But my point about this
if I was
Liverpool team,
He won the La Liga twice in 2011-12 season and 16-17 season.
yeah.
That's the
that's the
team.
one Zizou won.
So yeah.
You get
So
So in the end,
I think Ancelotti did not win the league.
okay, in the end, I cannot be competing. If you call it a competition, it has to be very, very close. He was in the same season. I think he spent 8 years.
But Ronaldo
with
really
Pep.
didn't win so much in Spain. Barca no try. They messed that guy
Even
up.
Atletico Madrid also won the league
It's
twice.
the same thing with Klopp as
Atletico
well.
Madrid won the league
I
twice
think
in that space
if
too.
there was, that's what I'm saying, that if you take away the dominance of Man City, I think Klopp
a
will
lie.
have probably won 4 league
No,
titles.
no.
more.
If
Why
I
are you
just
guys
leave
saying?
You
How
know-
many
you
times
know
did he
what
finish
Liverpool-
second?
okay, in
There was see at some point in England it was between Man City and Liverpool.
How many years?
More than 3 years.
Yes.
I think it was just 3.
More than
It
3
was
years.
just 3
I think it
years.
was just 3.
Just 3 years.
More
No,
than
I
3
I think it
years.
was just. I think
This
it was
is the
make
third
it
year.
four. I think it was
No,
just.
this is the fourth
So he
one.
don't bottle and finish.
This
Now
one make it
Now I know why he go lose.
So
My problem
Arsenal was
with
not in
that
the
guy
picture.
is
He has no bottle.
Arsenal was just in the picture last year now.
Oh, guys, at the end of the day, he has won or he will win just 1 league title in 9 years. I don't want to know the stats. I don't want to know
But
the
the league
analysis.
is not over yet.
It is.
Why
For
you-
Liverpool, the league is over. I'm sorry.
All right, guys.
My problem
What
with
if they win the league?
My problem
What
with
if
them
they
is
eventually win that league?
this run and gun football is not something the side that
What do you call it?
Run and gun. It's not something the side that wants to win the league will be playing. You told us about how Man City likes to be patient, because let's not lie. This period in the season, there are a lot of things to fight for. You are fighting for the league. That's all well and good for you. somebody somewhere is fighting for relegation. Somebody somewhere is fighting to play Conference League football. Somebody somewhere is fighting for Europa. Somebody somewhere is fighting for top 4. So it's not just you that is fighting for something that, apart from say maybe mid-table teams. And like it or not, if I'm 13th on the table, I want to try as much as possible to finish 10th, to finish 9th, to even finish 11th. Do you understand? There are a lot of things people are fighting for at this point in the season. So no game is very easy or a given to you. Now you're going to play 4 times away from home. In all those games, you will jam one relegation team that will give you a lot of headache. You will jam one team that is fighting for Europe. You will probably jam another team that just feels like I don't want to finish 14th. It may be if I win this game, I'm 2 points shy of finishing 10th. All of those many mathematics starts to come into play. And then you now go and play this your brand of football where you get chances, you miss them. You are very suspect at the back. Look at that Van Dijk slip. How is that something you see from his side that wants to? That is one of the biggest players in the dressing room.
Anybody can sleep.
Van Dijk is playing. Anybody can sleep.
Anybody can sleep.
No
That's
problem.
football.
When big players, when big players start to sleep, that's how Gerrard bottled the league.
Izu, see, the way they criticize. You don't need G-Wagon. You don't need drive G-Wagon.
I begin the truth.
No. Let's see. It's not forgetting that these guys are. See,
this is our
like
own job.
Tell you.
You say it the way it is.
Farouk.
You cannot be playing for the league and lose those couple of like 5 clear cut chances against Crystal Palace.
But you were the same person that said they had a lot.
Hold on. Don't you have bad days when it matters most?
Bad days.
That's why Pep has won the league the amount of times he has.
Don't you have bad days when it matters most?
When push comes to shove,
preaching about
bad day or not, he will get that
league 4 times in a row now.
You don't understand.
Do you know it was Gerrard's sleep that gave Chelsea that made Chelsea won the league against
who cares?
Now.
So anybody can
we
sleep.
cannot talk about Gerrard without talking about Gerrard. See, in fact, I'm sure if you look at Gerrard's Premier League career, the biggest highlight is that sleep.
Yes.
Okay.
Gerrard's Premier League career, if you check top 5 of his highlights,
but my own is that you are not being constructive with your criticism.
The biggest, no.
You are being
The biggest players.
No, it's not reality.
The biggest players in your dressing room.
Which one is Van Dijk cannot sleep?
Why is he sleeping?
You're not supposed to sleep at that point in time. You are the captain.
Who push out?
What happened now?
Farouk,
He slept and he lost.
Farouk, they wear boots.
He sleeps.
The biggest players in your dressing room. Salah did not step up. Van Dijk is
I don't get paid.
These are the 2 biggest players in your dressing room, and you want to win the league. When Pep was winning the league,
people like
Gunnar was playing
because they pay you, must not be perfect.
KDB was playing high-end football. Because when your big guys
they pay you must you be perfect.
I'm not being paid.
The same Pep Guardiola you are worshiping, was it not the same Pep Guardiola that lost to a funny Chelsea side in the final of Champions League? What are you saying?
350k.
Why don't you call these people some slack?
350k every week.
You actually
so how come Chelsea won Man City at the peak of their career?
What?
At the peak of which career?
That dead Chelsea team.
Chelsea was
not having.
This season we won the Champions League.
Yeah.
We were the best team in that competition.
No, we're the best
100%.
team in UEFA Champions League.
Yes,
100%.
we were the
Not
best
in the
team
league.
in that competition when we won the Champions League.
Was Guardiola coaching for free?
Guardiola was not coaching for free.
But so why didn't he win it?
Wait, the point I'm making now. The point I'm making now.
Excuse me.
You are not
the same thing you are doing with.
At the end of the day, it's still all to fight for in the English Premier League. 2 slept, 1 is still going all gong blazing. But we won't just go into the Champions League without talking about the biggest achievement this weekend, Bayer Leverkusen. They used to be called Neverkusen. But 5 goals against Werder Bremen to end up a very fantastic season. Guys, just one word on Bayer Leverkusen. IBK.
Fantastic. No one gave them a chance. And I think Xabi Alonso has turned to Sabi Alonso.
Wow, I like that.
Sabi
Roy, quickly.
Alonso.
Yeah, so for me, the biggest highlight is seeing 2 Nigerians partake in that history.
Yep.
You know, Victor Boniface and
Nathan Teller. Yeah.
Nathan Teller. That's the biggest highlight of it for me. They've written their name, like I said, in the history books of Leverkusen.
Absolutely.
Even our 100th generation will always know that, okay, Nigeria actually played a part in this success story. So kudos to them. They did it in a very fantastic way.
Like I said earlier, you cannot beat the record of saying forced to do it. and Leverkusen have done it for the first time in their history. And this set of guys will be remembered forever in history. And Sabi Alonso, like he called him, already has a street named after him leading towards the stadium.
I think it's nice to see. I remember on this show, I think it was when about to wrap up for Christmas last year, we're asked to name our top 3 sports highlights of the year. And I remember coming here to say the work that Xabi Alonso has done with Bayer Leverkusen right from his appointment up until that time is one of the things that has impressed me the most throughout 2023. So it's beautiful that now, this time of the season, they are finally lifting the Bundesliga title. So I think it's very good to see. They go see name things after now. That shit is just that should just we just one of many. But yeah, I'm happy for them.
I'm sure they will be his status will be erected.
Maybe one day, sometime in the future. Now let's get into the Champions League, club most prestigious, glamorous football club competition across the world, but being played in Europe. The first leg of the quarterfinal has been concluded. Now to the Jabo leg. That is where we are heading to now. And the 4 teams on the road today, we'll see if they can just navigate a result outside of their comfort zone. Let's start from the biggest one, as far as I'm concerned. It's 2-2. As it started, 9 will continue. It's just like playing the first half of a 90-minute game. Arsenal are in their streets right about now because of what happened to them over the weekend. Bayern Munich knew they won't win the Bundesliga, but the only thing they can win is the Champions League. And they have been through this road for a long time. Quickly, guys, what exactly must Arsenal do? IBK, Avon fell over the weekend at home to Aston Villa to get them, playing football again against a very dangerous Bayern Munich side.
I think Arsenal needed this humbling. I think they needed to have a feeling that the Premier League might not be theirs. The situation.
What are you on?
The situation is actually positive for them, whether I like it or not, Farouk. Because now they are going into the Bayern game knowing that they just lost a game at home. It's like something will push them. It's just, and to be honest, I feel that's what will help us now, because in the end, when they are more comfortable going into the Bayern game, seeing themselves on top of the Premier League table, when they know Liverpool has lost, when they know there is hope, high chance of winning the Premier League, there might be this level of complacency. And I'm happy they lost against Aston Villa. Now they need to come back strong against Bayern. One thing I can say before I leave this studio is that Arsenal are winning tonight. Is it tonight or tomorrow? Whatever it is, I feel or I know that Arsenal will qualify in this time. You can put your money on it any day.
I don't know, never.
Twice on the public.
I'm never.
I think
guys, they say you can put your money on it too.
Okay, so
Twice on the public holiday.
So the truth is for me, I said it the last time, the first leg. I told you that even when you guys disagreed, I told you the best Arsenal can get out of that
collect your
game.
flowers.
as the most the group chat they were every.
Yeah, I was like, the best Arsenal can get is a draw, and not because I don't love Arsenal. Some people say I'm a protagonist. I don't like it. The truth is, you have to state fact the way it is. Arsenal are inexperienced when it comes to Champions League. The last time they played Champions League football is over 15 years ago, if I'm not mistaken.
No,
that's the truth.
7 years.
7 and 50. What's the difference?
What's the difference?
Almost 8 years. 8 years.
Roy, you don't do good for that one.
Daddy, one girl is stopping me in school. They want me.
Joke aside, but going to Bayern Munich is a very strong ground. It's a very like you're playing against 12 men, including the fans. So it's going to be a mountain to climb. I thought they would have done the business of the day in Arsenal, but having failed the fans and themselves in Emirates, I don't see it's more of an uphill task for them to win against Bayern. So for me, till tomorrow, I will still, and twice on public holiday.
Yeah, I can say that again.
I believe Bayern will qualify ahead of Arsenal.
Can you put your money on it?
I can put my money on it.
For me, as soon as this draw was made, I said something. I feel like Arteta needs to pick his battles, and I will still stand on it. I don't think Arsenal have the strength to compete mental, emotional, squad, in any ramification. I don't think they are. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful or rain on their parade or talk down on what they've achieved so far. They are a very fantastic side. But they're a side that is still trying to get somewhere. They are playing a brand of football that, yes, all of us love. We've seen them win games and all of us whine. Oh, we applaud them sometimes. Yes, they are that good. But I don't think they're in a position where they can afford to chase the Champions League and chase the league at the same time. Something is going to have to give. They may have slipped up in the league. Yes. That might be, it might go two ways. IBK was talking about them being complacent, you get. So it might be an eye-opener that, look, one has to give. Is it that we lose to Bayern and chase the league because, we're just 2 points behind, or we try and see if we can go all the way and end up with nothing. So they have to make a choice. I don't do.
All right, that's now the choice is yours to make: the Champions League or the league or nothing.
Or none.
At the end of the season.
Yeah.
Now let's go to another interesting game. Dortmund against Atletico Madrid. For me, that's another open tie. Guy, just one word. Who qualifies?
I think Atletico, but that goal they scored against Atletico Madrid, I think that was a very important lifeline, and I was scared because Dortmund came into the game.
Of course, they almost won that game now.
Almost won. Okay.
Yes.
See, with the chances they saw.
Of course, they played bad twice.
But like you said, one word. I think Atletico Madrid will go through.
Roy?
So for me, coming to BVB has one of the craziest fans in football after Liverpool.
Signature Park.
Signature is one of the.
That one 10 years ago.
No.
No.
It's still a very formidable ground to play. So for me, it's a very dicey game, but I'll go with Dortmund.
Isu, what are you going with?
From the get-go, Atletico.
All right, we'll save the biggest for the last, but before then, let's talk about Barcelona against PSG. I've said it before, I'll be saying it again. I feel the team that wins this year's Champions League is Barcelona, but I'm very certain that their path to the final is already confirmed. IBK, do you agree with me, even though you are a Barcelona fan?
Yeah, I was quite not so comfortable with the fact that we are playing against a manager that last won our Champions League title. A manager that knows Barca in and out.
Yeah.
He played for Barca as well at some point. And I just believe that the job has been done, because if you go to Parc des Princes and get the maximum victory, I think what you have to do is just try and manage the game in front of your fans. And kudos to Xavi Hernandez. Just like Xabi Alonso, I hope he does his own in the Champions League this season.
All right, guys. Roy.
I think I don't think the tie is over.
I think you said yes, qualify.
Yeah, I don't think the tie is over.
You don't want to create Nollywood movie for
you.
No,
I don't think the tie is over.
You will not lose to
Oh no, chill. It's not about Nollywood. What was the scoreline? 3-2, right? Yeah. There is no away game. Away go rule anymore.
So you think Barca will lose at home?
It's possible. You've done it before. So what are we talking about? You've done it against Chelsea. So what are we talking about? So, it's possible.
At the end of the day, there's nothing about PSG that excites me or gives me the idea that they might do something. Mbappe is playing like, he's just out there because he has to be.
The fact that do you know why I'm so sure that the game is going to go Barca way? Because Mbappe, when he plays against very, very young defense, people that can run as much as he can, he always struggles. Go and check it. Mbappe's strength is space. I always say it. When you don't give him that space, you take Mbappe out of the game.
Well, hopefully he will be outpaced in the second leg, but I still feel that there's a lot to be played in this match. But like I've said, Barcelona seems to be the favourite. You cannot be winning 3-2 away from home and come to the second leg and not be the favourite.
Yes.
Now, to the biggest of them all, where I feel that something must drop this lovely day. And producer, please take note. You are responsible if anyone fails to
do transfer
next episode. IBK, I won't be starting from you. Let me start from the neutral one. Izu, we saw a blockbuster of a game in the first leg, 3-3. Not about the scoreline, the goals that were scored in those games. 4 of those goals can be put out for goals of the week, goals of the month. In fact, goals of the Champions League. The job is not done for either side. But, like I have said, City playing at home, honestly, it's like you trying to go and fetch water inside the desert as an opponent. That is what Madrid are doing. But if there's also one team that can do it, it's Madrid. Where would the pendulum swing?
The last time we spoke about this game, I was saying if they draw the Bernabeu, then I think Madrid are out. I know I've always said I'm tilting towards the side of Madrid in the tie and all of that. Yes, before they played the game, Madrid looked like the better side on paper, at least to me.
Yeah.
But they couldn't get a goal advantage going to the Etihad, and I think that's going to be their biggest problem. Because City at home is, I don't know, it's a different beast entirely. I'm not going to lie, it's a different beast.
So,
but then again,
so you don't start people now, Abi.
but then
Okay.
but then again, is anything that can go there and pack sand full inside Pep mouth? It's Madrid, so
Roy,
we'll see what happens.
you have said it from the beginning that City would not qualify. Are you still maintaining City not to qualify?
I don't know. With all due respect to what City brings to the table, we know that Etihad Stadium is a very formidable place to play. However, we've seen a disjointed Chelsea almost snatching a victory in Etihad Stadium. We made Man City look ordinary on that very day. They were actually chasing the game. Disjointed Chelsea. So I don't know why we think Man City is not the formidable Man City that played last 2 years. Yeah, they grind their results out and all of that. I feel, okay, in the first leg, yes, there were one or two things that happened. The likes of Rodrigo and Vinicius were playing safe because they were on 1 yellow card. But now they are coming neutral, all right? So it's going to be a firecracker in this thing. And I still believe today, tomorrow, and twice on public holiday that Real Madrid will qualify ahead of Man City.
So the question is that you so much believe on City to do the
Not
job.
believe, I know.
I still believe now. If you don't know why you go believe.
I know. So continue. I know.
But should City not win, what would be your excuse?
Now, this is the last time Madrid got something from City was, I feel, when they were complacent. And that was that
Who was complacent?
City. And that
Who
was
made them?
That was that
Who made
terrible,
them? Did they just decide to be complacent?
No, that's what I'm saying. Farouk, hold on now. Calm down. It's just like Man United. There are some leads that you get yourself in and you respect your opponents. Yes. And I've seen coaches like Guardiola, Mourinho, they do that. You call them. Now, they were leading both the title and the game. But it was as if they were still expressing themselves. If they had respected the opponent, I don't see Madrid qualifying in that game. And you know it yourself. So ever since then, I'm happy that scenarios like that played out. And Pep realizes that complacency cannot take you anywhere. And that's why I'm saying that what will make Pep go to the Bernabeu and get something out of it, Farouk? The tie is over. Because now, Ancelotti is going to the Etihad. What is his game plan? Is it to attack? That's a terrible game plan. Is it to defend? That's also a terrible game plan. So how much?
So what's the plan?
That was last season. If you remember last season, the same scenario played out. They drew at the Bernabeu and they went to the Etihad to go and play low block, and it was a terrible one for them.
It's not going to be
we
the
finished
same
4-0.
season.
That's what I'm saying, Farouk. That's what I'm saying, that I've tried to play out every possible scenario in that game.
In your head?
No.
My head.
Apart from,
I've done it over and over again.
In your head?
In fact, when I was
That's
when
it.
I was in
Not
the
City side.
when I was in the toilet taking my bath, I was also calculating that what can Ancelotti do in that game to
While you were
qualify?
eating?
Farouk.
While you were driving, you were still playing.
But you know
it.
the sad thing for Madrid.
Yes.
Foden rested during the weekend.
He's folding Vinicius.
I think
he's folding better than Vinicius.
Foden is having a season of his life.
He's folding.
Farouk.
He's folding better than Vinicius.
Farouk. Foden is not. They are not even in the same. Vinicius is a world class player.
The white call
Vinicius.
Foden.
What I'm saying is that an informed Foden in front of the fans, Farouk. You know what it is. To be honest, I respect Real Madrid. Forget that they are a big rival to me, but the fact is that there is nothing, no form of calculation can make them qualify ahead of Man City. And I'm not just saying it with mouth. I'm putting 10,000 naira on it.
Okay, so
Who's
I'm game.
Who's
I'm
going?
Producer
game.
is here.
No, I'm
Okay.
game.
Producer on record. IBK must to qualify. Roy.
No,
Madrid
you,
qualify.
not Roy. Don't
No,
Roy.
I'm the one anchoring
I'm
now.
going. Don't worry,
I have to
I'm
be
going.
neutral. It's my job.
I'm going.
See,
I'm going for the bet.
We don't want fake transfer.
Who
We must confirm
Nobody
it.
has done
Wait, who did fake? Who did fake transfer the last time?
I'm just saying.
Imagine you are talking because I don't want to cast you. They talk.
I'm just
No
saying.
worry. You know what? They say me.
Guys,
no worry.
guys, that is how the cookies will crumble on today's show. IBK has set City to qualify, while Roy, on the other side, is saying Madrid to qualify, and 10,000 naira is all for grab for the winner.
You can increase the
that
stake if you want.
You want to
I'm
increase
ready.
the stake?
10,000 of
Whenever.
Tinubu's finest.
Should we take it to 200?
Whenever, however.
No. IBK will not pay that one. I'm very sure.
Farouk, I've told you.
10K
Should we take
is
it to
good.
200K?
10K
No, I
is
did,
good.
no, I did tell you. I did serious, senior man. The last time I told him to drop one name, now God save him. Now God save senior man for year. You for don't see me, you don't go greet me again.
guys, on that note, 10K is
Farouk,
all for grab.
Are you ready for 200 stake?
We are not ready.
Let's do the
10K
10K, don't worry.
is all for grab. That one, we feel collector for your hand with anything. But 200K, we go pity you now.
You go pity you. Why you no go pity him?
On top
Why you
of
no go pity
Because
him?
they
man
know
now.
that they know that Madrid will win. That's why they're indirectly pitying you.
in a base ego.
That's what they call container. Hey, make me say chop part of the container money.
Yeah. All right, guys, that's how the cookies going to crumble on today's show. It's been an interesting, scintillating, amazing, tantalizing, entertaining program on today's episode of Best of the Best Sports Show. The guys have called it City to qualify, Madrid to qualify. But if I'm going to call it for you, I will tell you for free: Barcelona, Bayern Munich, Madrid, as well as Dortmund, all to scale through. So the semi-final of this year's Champions
That's
League.
in like 1,000 odds. Go put down. Go bet down.
But guys, you are the biggest of them all. Play it for us and let us know exactly what you're saying. Go into our comment section and give us who will qualify from this week UEFA Champions League fixture. There are also games in Europa as well as Conference League. Nobody cares about that. Teams like Chelsea are the one running after Conference League. On that note, we are done and dusted, and we'll see you again some other time on a fresh episode of the Best Sports Show with the best guys on planet. See you guys.